Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are, and today's video is late, okay? I'm a little late to the game with this one, but it's fine. So today we're doing my May favorites and fails, so we're talking about products that I loved in May and did not like in May. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, before we get started, these are my personal opinions. We disagree on anything. It's cool, it's just makeup, it's not that serious. And I'm not doing these particular order. We'll do a mix of good and bad here and there. Now, the cremated palette I got on the 1st, so that's going to be my June favorite, so that's not included in this video. But let's go ahead and get started with stuff that is. First things, let's start out with one product. I only have one product I have no feelings on. It is this product. It is from Becca. So I got this from the boxy pop-up thing. This is the Velvet Blurring Primer. It's like apricot scented, I think. It's just fine. Like, it feels smooth on the skin, but I didn't notice any particular huge difference about it. So that's my one product I have zero feelings about one way or the other. Like, it's fine, you know? Next up, let's talk about what I'm using on my face today. So I'm using the Freck today. This is the Freck XL. So I saw this on someone's channel and I decided to pre-order the Freck Extra Large when I got a Facebook ad for it. I've been anti-faux freckle for a really long time, but now I think I'm okay with it. And I've been trying to do it a little bit because I have natural freckles, but they get covered up by my makeup. So I added a couple. Some are bigger than others. My only issue with this is, one, sometimes I get really big ones because the very tip of this doesn't pick up enough for me. And two, it's a little red. So I think it's maybe a little more red for people with more warm tone skin. They should make a cool tone version that's a little more of a soft brown color, because sometimes when I don't blur them out enough, they get really red on the skin. It's very pink. So that's the only complaint about this, but it does work really well. And then it's easy to blot out as need be. Like, these look good. These are a little bulky, but I'm trying. Okay, next up is the foundation that I'm wearing today. So I got this from TJ Maxx when they opened back up. And this is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation. And this is in the shade Snow, which is a little yellow for me. But because I am a little tan right now, I feel like it was better. They don't have the shade Marshmallow or Cloud in this. So this Full Coverage Glow Foundation is not full coverage. I think it's a medium. Lighter of the medium side, but it's actually really pretty. It's what I'm wearing today for my foundation. So obviously you can still see like a little bit of stuff coming through. You can still see like this little spot on my forehead and stuff, but it is nice. It's a semi-dewy finish. It said it's called a dew you. It's like a really dewy like concept, but it's kind of a semi-satiny finish. It's not really that dewy, and I feel like it's okay for long wear until it gets my smile lines. So it looks really pretty. There's a bunch of shades at TJ Maxx. For I think $12.99 I paid for this. It's very nice. Looks good on camera too. So one other thing from that Boxy Charm pop-up thing is this little gold bar palette. It's a highlighter palette from Cover FX, which is really reflective. I'm sorry I blinded you. But this is what it looks like. It is just 3 shades. It made a really pretty highlight when I used it for a little Instagram tutorial. I thought it was really cute. But the more I use it, the more I want something stacked with it that has more of a base highlight to it. This has a really pretty sheen. I think it's really pretty, but it's kind of subtle. I want something to kind of stand off my cheek a little bit instead of just a glow. So it's gonna be on the fail category for me just because it doesn't do what I want for the price point, but it's pretty. Like, it still is pretty. It's just not, I want more of a base highlight. You know how like something has like a base of pink or some base of like silver? That's what I want in there, or like a base of white. Another highlighter, which is really pretty, is again less of a base highlight. I do stack this with something else, but I think it's really beautiful and the packaging is really nice. Is this Melt highlighter. This is in Morning Star. And look, it's so cute, and it's like heavy magnetic packaging. It's really nice, and this is the shade. It looks like this. I'm wearing it today with a little bit of ice cold over top, and for me it's so pretty. Like, it has a slight goldness to it, but not a gold that stands up on the skin. As you can tell, it does, like when I blend it in more and stuff, it does become kind of like a natural highlight, but stacked with something a little more base pigment to it. I like this. I like this more than the Cover FX one. I think it's really nice. It does get a little bit hard pan. I think it should be a little bit softer press, but I think that's because I'm so used to the Ofra's really soft formula. Okay, so I did do a full video on this, trying this stuff out, so I'll leave a link down below for if you guys haven't seen it. But the KimChi Chic Beauty, I tried the setting powder in Translucent, shade 03, and I tried the Most Concealer in the shade Ivory. So I tried both these products. Hopefully you guys have seen the review, and I quite like both of them. I do find that this was not my right shade in concealer, but the other one looked really peachy, so I might get the peachy one, just depending. For the price point, I think both these products are great. You get a ton of powder in here, and I'm actually using it today as my setting powder right now, so it's really nice. Doesn't lock it in quite as well as like the Anastasia for like long wear time, but you get so much product in here for the price point that I think it's well worth breaking up if you want it. Again, the powder though, very finely milled, and I'm not really a fan of the applicator for the concealer, but those are my only like about it. Another thing I did a full video review on, I will also leave a link down below, is the new Kaleidos collection that comes out this month in June. So this is the Escape Pod palette. I also reviewed the blushes as well as the eye primer. So let's start with the eye primer because primers go first. The eye primer is really nice. I found it a nice tacky base. It is tinted. I wish it was slightly lighter, especially considering how fair a lot of the pastel shades in the palette are. It is tinted. It does leave a nice base to it. It comes out a little loosey-goosey. You only need a baby bit of it and you get a ton out of the product, but it is a very nice eye primer. As far as the blush goes, there are two different little duos. So there's two separate ones. There's a peachy one and a pinkier one. Today I am wearing the pinkier one for my blush for this look, so we could show you what it looked like. Look, my hair looks a mess because I got caught in the rain earlier trying to get the mail, so let's not judge that. But the blush itself I think is really pretty. I don't think this is the glowiest glowy blush in the world, but mixed together both these shades look really nice, and the pigmentation on both of these is wonderful, especially on this pinky one. I do like the more apricot-y peachy one too. This one's just my favorite personally, but I don't know if these would work on a really deep skin tone, just they're very fair. The palette, the star of the collection. Hopefully you guys like the look I made in that video. I find this super bulky. I find it really thick. I find the packaging really fun though. And I think the color scheme of the palette is great. I love the metallic shimmery formula of Kaleidos, and the mattes are really well made as well. They're really nice. I don't think it's a color scheme that I would reach for all the time, but I'm happy to have it. And I think it worked really well, and I really like the look we came out with. Something I didn't like as much, but I'm still in love with and I'm a sucker for. I did a full video on this of 3 looks if you want to see it. The 420 palette by Melt. I should have mentioned this when I mentioned the highlighter. This is gorgeous. Like, let's show you the packaging. It's gorgeous. But it is a little more difficult to work with. It definitely has some nice shades and then some shades that are really hard to use. So check out the video if you want to know about each shade individually. For me, my favorite shade in here is Full Melt, which is this orangey shade. I feel like it's really nice. And then the worst shade in here is the one shimmer, which is called Shatter, and it's just the worst to work with. So you definitely gotta know which shades are better than others when you use this. The eyeshadow itself is magnetic. Like, I just pinched a little piece off the end and it's sticking to the magneticness of the palette, which is a little weird, but I've had a couple palettes do that before. So some of these shadows are better than others. The color scheme is to die for, but it is not worth the price tag. But if this thing goes on sale for like $25, y'all might want to pick it up because it's a gorgeous color scheme. Just make sure you have the time to play with it if you want to use it that day. Don't do it when you're in a rush to go to work. Okay, so I have 2 eyeliners, and one is from Melt, and I wore this earlier today, was filming something else. So this is the Melt All Day Everyday Ultra Matte Eyeliner in Baked. I want more of these. They're so good. Like, I know they sell Melt at Sephora, so they sell their eyeliners too, because I'm going to get some more of these. These are so pretty. This baked color, I don't have an orange like this anywhere else in my collection. I don't have it, and it's like a cool mustardy orangey kind of ambery shade. It's unique. I love it, and the formula stays in my waterline really well. So it's not the most long wearing thing in the world, but most of the time it stays in my waterline a really good amount of time, and I'm very happy with it. I love the color of this. It's so cool, and probably not something I would have picked up myself. I don't really experiment with eyeliner colors, except I do have 2 more eyeliners I picked up this month for the Jeffree Star Cremated palette, because I want to be prepared to have good eyeliners for that looks. And let's talk about those. Okay, so I bought 2 eyeliners specifically for the purpose of doing the cremated looks, because I didn't really have anything silver or gray to go in my waterline for that palette, and I really wanted to give like that video the best chance of doing well. So the first thing I picked up was this NYX eyeliner from Ulta, and this is the shade Platinum. It's a silver. It's the only silver I could find. LA Girls had a gray color, but it had been used and it was still sitting in the store. It was kind of gross. So I picked up the silver, and I must say I really like it. I find it really creamy. In 2 of the 3 looks I did for that 3 looks video, this is my waterline and it makes my eyeliner look super, super wet. The only issue with this is it doesn't look great long term. This is a metallic formula. It's very soft, and if your eyes water, it's going to disappear on you. But it looks beautiful on camera, and for like a good 2 or 3 hours, it looks fantastic and beautiful, metallic, and everything I ever wanted. And I love rubbing it into the bottom lashes. So this for the price is nice, but not something I would wear out for a night out because it would just not end up looking great. The other eyeliner I bought is something more high-end. So I also got this from Ulta, and I ordered it online. They were doing like this, well, the stores were closed. You like order it online, and then someone, when you get to the store, you call the store and someone comes out and drops it in your trunk or your back window. They won't even hand it to you because of like everything. So this is in the shade Mushroom. I really like this eyeliner as well. I feel like it's a nice color. Probably not something I would wear all the time, but it's not too dark where I feel like it's closing up my eyes. And it's also not too metallic where I feel like it's gonna fall out like this one. Like this one is way easier to smudge away. And this one I feel like stays put a little bit, like pigment wise. They both move, but I like it. I'm not sure if it's worth 20 something dollars. I think it was like $21 for an eyeliner. But I really, really wanted that video to do well. So I was like trying to invest in that video. Got some eyeliners and the palette, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I have 2 last products that are both eye products. This we got in a subscription box. I think it might have been the Chic beauty box or the BG beauty box. But we got the Drama Queen eyeliner from Ruby May Cosmetics. I'm not into it. Like, it's okay. I went ahead and bought an Essence while I was at Ulta, like a Lash Princess. The False Lash Effect one, the green one's the one I use, and I love it. I use this because I had it, and I don't really care for it. Like I like the big one and everything. Just okay. You know, I don't feel like it does enough for my lashes. I don't feel like it does enough for my bottom lashes. It doesn't really coat them. Yeah, sure, it tints them, but it doesn't. The bottom lashes don't look amazing for me. The top lashes never look good no matter what the mascara, but for the bottom lashes, it didn't really do it for me, so this is okay. It was also like kind of gummy when you like have a makeup wipe and you remove it. It was kind of like not the best texture for me. The last thing is also kind of like a meh product, and this is the W7 Hot Lava Metal Flash. I have the goldy one on top of a little bit of blue right here, just to make the like a little more glitter into the blue I have under the lower lash line, the metallic-y stuff. And I like that. And I have the red one when I haven't used it yet, but the orange one, for some reason, this isn't my favorite one. I feel like the pigment is very loosey-goosey in here. It's like you get some pigment right, but it's pigment where it wants to be. And then every time you move it around, like it kind of just turns into just glitter with no pigment to it. So it's a little more difficult to work with. It's definitely something that if I'm going to put it, like usually I just use these in my inner corner, I'm gonna like tap it, let it dry, tap it, add some more if I want that orange hue to it. So that's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do like the little bit of glitter reflex. So I've just been using the gold one for that, but the orange one, I want more of the orange pigment and it's not really giving it to me. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would love to know down below something you really loved in May. For me, I feel like May was not a month of a lot of us buying too much makeup, but for me, I think my favorite thing in May, I don't know, I want to say the 420 palette, but it wasn't where the quality should have been. I don't know. You guys, let me know what your favorite thing was down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you later. Bye.